Hi everyone, this is Arvind here. This is for the ScoutFox demo for TinyFish. So let me show you what ScoutFox is all about. Alright, let me just open a sign in. If I sign into the account, so I have an account already that's logged in. So here all you need to do is have context. So ScoutFox is about early information asymmetry for peoples in verticals. Like for example, we have customers in news vertical and VC verticals. Imagine if you are able to find social signals or information early on before even it's news so that you can capture that. That's all ScoutFox is about. So for example, I would have my own personal context, right? What am I as an individual? What are my social signals? What do I monitor? It would understand me as a personality and also give you a ChatGPT context. What are the few things that you monitor? What are suggested monitoring techniques for you? And it would basically have scouts or agents monitoring information asymmetries out there for you. For right now, in public information through social media, the Twitter, X, news, scrape, everything that are publicly available, even authenticated websites that we have logins for. Uh, so for example, we have this one use case for one VC firm where they are interested in student AI startups, like they want to catch on early on student AI startups before even they are legal, or like students who are just building interesting projects. They come in that early stages, that VC firm. So we set up an alert for them. The context is, I'll walk you through. You can even set up through alerts through WhatsApp. Once that alert is set up, you have multiple downstreams. It could be a web alert, it could be a multi-modal alert. Your query would be just student AI startups for so and so, and a system will catch intelligent signals for it. These signals would be evolving over time. For example, lagging right now means this signal of peak XV surge, YC antler, student cohorts, etc. is now not giving any information lately, so it's lagging. But whereas there are engineering higher at at AI startup, that's now catching. That's leading up. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening there. So it would track across interesting signals like this: IIT, IM incubation centers, hackathon competitions where students are building something interesting, LinkedIn announcements, and so on, cohorts announcement. So it would take these signals. It would automatically, if you could add your own signals, it would take internet-based signals that it feels and keep running day in and day out, like every day, multiple times throughout day. So if, for example, I'll walk you through one interesting competition. There was one very interesting, yeah. So there was this AI Realm Technologies, a 16-year-old called Rahul John on from Kochi in India has 10 plus AI contract tools and government contracts in Kerala and Dubai. Now this is not even a legal company. This kid has been closing contracts with AI tools for governments and Dubai. So an AI firm like this would be interested and would reach out to this guy early on. A kid including early on building such interesting stuff is something they would be interesting on. For example, UII Global Hackathon introduced these fields. These are future pipelines for this fund that we are doing. Similarly, there are a lot of such things that it would monitor, and you would not even need to come to this app. Let me show. You would get your downstreams right into your WhatsApp. So let me show that. For example, what I personally monitor. If you look here, I personally monitor, like for example, hey, I want to know about anything about this later Versal leak. It would give me a detailed document about what was the Versal leak immediately. It would monitor, and it would, this is like early on capture. What is the traditional leak and what was the information with respect to that leak, and push that information early on. Stuff like that where it could find very interesting angles and give you information with respect to that. This is what ScoutFox is about. Yeah, so we have pilots with a couple of customers. That's fine.